In an earlier video, I compared the 4-quart Baitshark against a similar sized Frabill container and proved that the drag on this one is much less than on the Frabill. But what about the big one? Well, stay tuned. Well, I'm ready to do the test, so let me go ahead and set the scene for you. You know, the 4-quart will contain a significant amount of bait, and as long as water is moving through there, that bait is going to stay alive. And we know that its drag is less than the similar size Frabill. But what happens if you're out in a lake like I am right now, where there's not a lot of movement through the bucket? Well, your bait's going to die if you have too many guys inside a 4-quart, so you may want to upgrade to the 5-quart. And we need to find out, well, what's the drag on that versus the baseline speed of my kayak? So I'm going to get this thing up to speed. I'll drop this in the water and we'll see what the answer is. In this test, I want to take all the unscientific aspects out of my last one. I've got my trolling motor running on speed 5, so I know that that's a consistent output. I got a lithium battery, so I know I'm not going to get a degraded output that I would get on a deep cycle marine battery. And now when I throw these different bait buckets overboard, we'll have a consistent, measurable speed based on GPS. I think that's all good. I need to get this done quickly. The weather's looking bad. It was raining a minute ago, and I know there's lightning about 20 miles to the north. I got to get this done. I'm checking my baseline speed on this kayak. I've been running for about 5 minutes now at level 5 on the motor, and my GPS is reporting a moving average of 3.3 to 3.2. So we'll use that to measure against the drag we experienced on the Baitshark and the Frabill. I've been running up to speed for a little bit right here, and the moving average reported is 3.2 miles an hour with the big guy dragging in back of my kayak. Now, just for reference, let me throw that Frabill back there, and even though it's a small one, you'll get a sense of what the difference is. Let me tie this on and we'll get a measurement. This one has no holes. And now we can check out the moving average as we go straight on this dead flat calm lake. I've been running for a while and it looks like the moving average is 2.9 miles an hour. I'm dragging the little one behind me and my moving average is 3.3 miles an hour. Those are some pretty interesting results, and it points out the difference between a motor-driven test and a human-powered test. With the human test that I did in my last video, clearly there was some degradation in my ability to pedal at a consistent speed, and that produced a greater difference in terms of the drag between the different options. With the motor cranking at a consistent RPM, we see that the Baitshark models, both of them, essentially ran right over the top of the water and allowed the boat to keep up the baseline speed. But as soon as I put that Frabill on, wham! There goes all the miles per hour. So clearly, if you value a drag-free kayak trip, the Baitshark is the way to go, and it doesn't really matter whether you get the large model or the small model. Need to get off the water. Let me show you what the lightning maps is showing me. Do not want to get caught out here. All right, made it back to the boat launch, and I have not been electrocuted by lightning. Let me get this kayak out of the water, get the heck out of here. So let me throw all this stuff in a chart and we'll do a summary.